Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And what we're looking at is a pile of parts for another Traxxas TRX6 build. So idea behind this build is to build a TRX6 that's a little bit different. And what's going to be different about this TRX6 is going to be a high trail. There is no high trail TRX6 you can buy. They don't make them in high trail version. So I'm going to attempt to make a high trail TRX6. So the reason that I make TRX6 in a high trail version is because it's really hard to get the link geometry correct in the rear axle of a TRX6 if you put shocks that are too long. So I'm going to attempt to correct that in this build, and we'll see how that works out. And another thing that's going to be different is I'm going to attempt to put rear steer on this TRX6. So it's going to be a rear steering high trail TRX6. And while doing all those modifications, I'm going to try to make the build look as stock as possible. I'm going to start it off with as many stock parts as possible. We'll see where that goes. So with all that being said, let's have an overview of the parts that I'm starting with. So first is the chassis. It's a stock TRX6 chassis. Okay. Put it away. Then we'll have your TRX6 or TRX4 skid plate. Following that, we have TRX6 or TRX4 motor mount. And then TRX6 cross member. So I'm not sure if I'm going to end up using this because this is where the rear links mount. And I might just come up with a custom mounting for the rear links to correct for bad link geometry when you put tall shocks on a TRX6. So I'm not sure if this part will get used eventually. Like maybe I'll use it as a mock-up, but it may not make it into the build. Anyways, this is the cross member. Then we've got your inner fenders. Again, these are the parts I'm going to start with. Not sure if the build is going to end with these parts on it, but here they are, inner fenders for TRX6. Then we've got floor pans, they call them. These are TRX4, TRX6 floor pans. Followed by rear bumper. Oh, this is the bumper indexing bracket, I guess you could call it, a rear bumper. Same thing. Okay, then we've got these things, and these are, I'm not sure what you call them, but they attach to the side of the trays. And these are TRX6 or the G500 TRX4 specific. We got those, and even got these guys here. This is a very nice stock accessory on the TRX6 or the TRX4 G500. Got them right here. We're going to use them. Front servo mount. So because we're going with high trail setup, I got the high trail servo mount. This one is from H-Tech and it is metal. What does it say on it? It says long arm lift kit. So this is specifically for a high trail vehicle. I may also attempt to do servo and axle steering, servo and axle placement. Here we got front bumper with a winch. It's got Traxxas winch on it, mounts up nicely to this bumper, so we're definitely going to use this setup here. Following that, we've got the set of High Trail shocks. Yeah, different springs, different spring rates. So we'll see how that works out, but these are High Trail shocks. Set of High Trail links. So some of these may change. Some of these may be longer, maybe shorter, especially the ones that go in the back. These links to begin with, I made them looking at the long wheelbase lift kit manual. So I went according to that, and then I just figured what the rear links need to be or what I can start with, because obviously those are not in a lift kit manual. They don't make lift kit for TRX6. So here are the starter links, and we'll see how they change as we build this thing. So have a look at the tires. We're going to use 2.2 rims with these JConcepts Tusks. I have the smaller version of these and they work really well, so I got a bigger set, and that's what we're going to use on this build. Transmission, it's a typical Traxxas 2-speed. Has a TR4 servo. I really enjoy these servos. They're pretty reliable. Then we've got Fusion Pro. This is a good workhorse, good for money. So I've used a few of these. I'm going to use it again for this build. Let's look at the axles. Front axle. It's a bit of brass on it. Not too crazy. There's a middle axle. If you notice, I put a link riser on it because we're going to lift this TRX6 by about an inch, and this will lift the links mounted to this axle by about an inch. And the rear axle, which is also going to be a turning axle, I'm going to attempt to put this on a TRX6, see how it goes. This is servo mount. Let's throw one of the servos in. Let's have a look at the servo to begin with. This is an Amazon direct power servo. We'll see how it works out. And this is how it goes in there. Okay. So this is the rear axle with the axle mounted servo. And finally, we've got the main steering axle. This one is also direct power, and I like this one too. And last but not least, the body. We got this wide body. I guess it's the rarer of the two or the three. You don't see these too often. So I was able to get one, and it also comes with the light kit installed, which was a bonus. So I'm gonna try not to cut this body anywhere. I'm gonna try not trimming it. I'm gonna try to make it look as stock as possible for this build. All right, so I'm not going to film myself building it. I will see you guys maybe when it's finished or maybe when it's almost finished. So yeah, see you then.